As Emma searched through her late grandmother's old estate, she discovered a peculiar heirloom in the dusty attic. A small, intricately crafted music box made from dark wood. The delicate ballerina on its lid seemed so lifelike that Emma almost felt as if the tiny figure was watching her. The music box was in pristine condition, as if it had never been touched, yet something about it felt ominous, repelling, yet fascinating. Driven by curiosity, Emma wound up the music box. A hauntingly gentle, melancholic melody filled the room, and the ballerina began to spin in a slow, graceful dance. Mesmerized, Emma stared at the figure, unable to look away. With each beat of the music, it felt as though the box claimed more of its surroundings. Shadows grew thicker and darker around her, nearly tangible. Then, through the melody, Emma heard a faint whisper, as if someone was softly speaking. Yet, as she looked around, she was completely alone. The next day, Emma intended to put the music box aside, but to her surprise, it had wound itself and started playing once more. The ballerina twirled slowly, but this time, it seemed to look directly at Emma, with an unsettling smile etched onto its tiny face. The melody seemed to carry its own will, a sinister undertone warning her. With each passing day, the eerie scenario repeated. The music box played itself. The tune grew darker, and Emma felt weaker, paler, as if the music was draining her life. Shadows danced in sync with the melody in the room's corners, while the ballerina's spin seemed almost frantic. One night, Emma noticed that her own reflection in the mirror began to sway with the music, though she hadn't moved at all. Desperate to rid herself of it, Emma tried burying the box in the forest, sinking it in a river, even burning it. But each time, it found its way back to her bedside table, as if cursed. Each night, its haunting melody echoed through the house, taking on a life of its own. One evening, in sheer frustration, Emma hurled the box against the wall, and the lid flew open as the music swelled to a horrifying crescendo. The ballerina froze and then stared at Emma, her delicate smile now a mocking grin. Then she slowly leaned forward, as though bowing at the end of her performance. Emma felt an icy chill seize her, paralyzing her, as the tiny dancer began to step down from her pedestal, extending her miniature hands and walking toward her. That night, Emma vanished without a trace. The next morning, the house lay empty, though the music box still played. Neighbors reported hearing the ghostly chime of a music box late at night, and some even glimpsed a shadowy figure in the villa's window, caught in an endless, spectral dance. And so the old estate remains abandoned. But those who venture too close still hear the music box's tune, a haunting melody that lures them into an eternal dance from which there is no escape. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to subscribe to this channel, leave a like, and drop a comment.